It's time for another one of my Shauna shortcuts. But first, a quick thank you to all you parents out there who have liked, shared, and subscribed to my Facebook and YouTube pages. I really appreciate it. And I hope you're enjoying learning how to use this wonderful shortcut, the Abacus, at home with your kids, going step by step with me. And now it's time for part 2, learning to count to 100 while also learning to count by tens. Now, if there's something that kids really love, it's thinking that they have an easier way of doing something. So why not be that cool parent and tell them that you have a shortcut or a trick to teaching them how to count to 100. Have them get out their abacus and count the first 3 rows. 1, 2 to 10, 11, 12 to 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Now we're going to point out to them that the numbers 1 through 9 are always repeated, and that 10th beat introduces a new number name. Finally, we'll show them that there are 10 rows, and just like when we count the beats individually, the numbers 1 through 9 are going to be repeated. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. And this 10th number row is going to introduce a new number name, 100. Now it's time for them to use the beats to count all the way through 100. Let's say they get stuck on 59 and they can't remember what this next beat is called. You can say to them, go ahead and use your abacus to count by tens and see if you can't figure it out all by yourself. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Oh yeah, that's 60. And now they're going to feel math empowered because you didn't just give them the answer, they actually figured it out. And what's great, when they learn to count using the abacus, they start to see that 9 looks like 19, 29, 39, and so on. In fact, you can solidify this lesson by showing them that 9 plus 9, 10 is 19, and 19 plus 9, 10 is 29. And if they seem like they're getting it, you can ask them what 29 plus 9, 10 is. If they get it, great. If they don't, who cares? They're going to study this in first grade. Either way, you've just introduced the 10 frame to them along with how to add by 10. And you can let your kindergartner know that that's what the first graders are learning. Nothing's going to make a kindergartner feel more confident than knowing that they're learning something the first graders are. Now let's say that your kid really likes this shortcut and wants to understand that plus 10 a little bit better. Go ahead and challenge them by showing them that 8 plus 8, 10 is 18. Or maybe that 44 plus 6, 10 is 54. Again, if they get it, that's great. If not, go ahead and give them the answers. We want to keep these positive because when things are positive, kids are going to try it on their own more often. But again, if they don't, it doesn't matter. You've just introduced them to something that they're going to learn in first grade, which is giving them a head start. And that's where step 2, learning to count to 100 while also learning to count by 10 is going to end. In part 3, I'm going to move on to this abacus. And we're going to talk about how to fill up that 10 frame and also solidify that lesson on adding by 10. I hope you liked this video and that you give me a thumbs up to show parents that these shortcuts work. And make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on part 3. Thanks again for watching and happy learning.